Go monster got my toys. What are my toys? My toys.
Welcome everyone to another awesome edition of Montoys. And what do we have here? We have Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenger, Sagat. Sagat, not Sagat. Don't ever say that with an F. You will get in trouble. But for the longest time, I have been pronouncing him like that, Sagat. So, I don't know. Yeah, man, he's pretty humongous. This box is huge. I mean, in comparison to a regular Ultra Street Fighter Final Challengers action figure like Dawson, look, it's like twice its size, you know. But as you can see, let's talk about the packaging. You see the health meter up there, 1 player, 2 player. You see the arcade packaging. Here you see where the buttons are. You know, normal Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 packaging. And then on the side, we have product shots. We got Vega. Oh, and it even gives you an origin background. It says he's from Thailand, learning Muay Thai. Damn. Hey, yeah, man, Sagat's pretty big. You know, it's I always remember Tiger, and look at him here on the back, along with all the other Street Fighter action figures. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. You know, Jada Toys is awesome, man, because they've been releasing these action figures, and when they announced that they were going to release these action figures, they actually displayed every single one of them beforehand. So we've saw them drop that line, or showed us the whole line, like I think a few years ago. And you know, and I think every year they've dropped at least a set of 2. So I think we're up to this might be the 11th action figure. I think the only ones we're missing right now is E Honda, Zangief, T-Hawk, you know, Balrog, and Akuma, and I think that's it. That's all we need. Only 4 left, so I'm pretty excited, man. I pulled out a lot of my Street Fighter action figures, so I'm pretty excited to show you and stuff. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. You know, let's go ahead and take this guy out. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Yo, what is going on? I am the Ugo Monster. I am an independent hip-hop artist from the San Francisco Bay Area, Richmond to be exact, and a lifelong action figure collector. As an independent artist, I create my own music, shoot my own videos, build and manage my website, and I make action figure reviews. You can find my music on all streaming platforms. If you like to purchase my music, which that'd be dope, you can do so at ugomonster.com. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Back to the show. Peace.
Sagat is in the house, man. Dude, this dude is pretty dope looking. Like, yeah, he has a huge presence about him that I really like. You know, he's pretty stock. He's you know, you don't see a lot of tall action figures like this, besides like a Thanos, and not even then, like, that have a big presence, a big muscular scope, and very intimidating looking. Like, that eye patch right there is just so dope. You know, he's giving Nick Fury a run for his money, and yeah, he just looks dope. Like, let's turn him around, right? Like, he just looks pretty sick, man. It's pinless, it feels good. The shorts have a nice texture to it. Like, I like the wrinkles that are there. The scar right here is dope, man. I don't even know how he got that scar. Did Vega scratch him up? Or is, you know, it's like, I know it's not a tat. And then he has some markings right here on his neck, which are nice, and a big scar right here over his head. But yeah, even the scar is sculpted on there. Like, you feel it. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever been scarred before, not by women. I'm just saying, like, in general, like an injury, like you've gotten stitches. Like, it's a real, that part where the cut is very different from your regular skin. And, you know, when you touch this, you feel, you kind of get that distinction, you know? But, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about articulation. All right, we got a ball joint at his neck, you know, and then there's this even more articulation right here, so you can make him spin like that, which is nice. How far can you look up? Into the heavens. Okay, how far can you look down? Nice, look at that. Pretty dope. All right, and then he has a nice butterfly joint. So let's make him do the want to make sure everything's on camera, you know. else can he do the Hulk clap? Yeah, pretty much. This one he's gonna do the tiger, be a Dukin with 2 fists. Yeah, double jointed elbows. Make my guy do the big pop a pump. Look at that. And a nice diaphragm cut. Look, boom, boom. Does he come with an ab crunch? And an ab crunch, I believe. Look how much this dude can bend. Back muscles on fleek. And then, does he have swivel at the waist? Yeah, he does have swivel at the waist, which is nice. Nice. And then he has, let's see how far he can kick. Look at this man. Look at that. You can get him in some nice stretching poses. Look at this guy, because he has those hands and he can look up. Check him out. Get him in some nice exercising poses. Let's put Sagat back in place. Does he has? Oh, he has swivel right here at the thigh, which is nice. Look at that swivel at the thigh. Double jointed knees. Boom. Rocking ankles. And articulation at the feet. What more can you ask for? Like this action, I know that they have what is it? Who else is doing a new Street Fighter line? It's Alpha 3. I forget their names, but they have a Sagat too. But I don't know, man. Those look tight. I think they're like $10 more than these figures. But since I already started collecting these Jada toys, I'm gonna complete this set. And I think Street Fighter 2 overall hits me more. I can relate to it more. I played that game more. I think Alpha was like on Sega CD. Let me know if I'm wrong. That's hella old. But yeah, articulation is nice, man. I'm really feeling this figure. I feel like I said, he has a lot of presence. And yeah, get him in a nice striking pose. Boom. If you wanted to make him kick or something. Watching big men kick is just pretty funny. But looking. But yeah. So let's talk about accessories. It comes first of all with this stand, so you can install the effect, which is nice. This stuff right here, Marvel Legends, has been biting, but it's good, man. We need a way to stand up our stand. So you put this in here, you stab it in there somewhere in the hole, and it stands up. Boom. Yeah. So this is pretty tight. And then it comes with a pair of hands. The gripping hands. The claw hands, which I like. Look at this. This is dope. This is like a hand straight to your face. You don't want it, man. The bandages on here are tight too, because they have a nice texture to it too. It's just not painted on, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it feels dope, man. A nice quality dope action figure. It's not that expensive. It's $30. I would expect this thing to be higher than that, but they're killing it, man, in terms of like price and what you're getting for it. And then you have an alternate head, this angry looking head scar right here. This one's pretty dope. I might keep him with the other one just because I like how much presence he demands with his butt chin right here. Check it out. Yeah. It doesn't come with a lot of accessories. I didn't expect it to come with a lot, but the fact sometimes less is more, man. We don't need a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nice he had a cape or something or some sweatpants, but he doesn't come with that in the video game, right? But he is dope, dude. Like if we got this dude a suit, oh man, he look like a straight boss. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like the less accessories the better. As long as they put more attention on the action figure, I'm all for that, man. I don't need the accessories to be the reason why anyone gets an action figure, but it should complement the figure. But even then, if the figure is just dope looking, I wouldn't care to have any accessories. Maybe a pair of hands, but that's about it, dude. And yeah, he's awesome, dude. I waited a long time to get this figure. It's been on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store for the longest, man. I think I've seen a Unparalleled Universe drop a a review for this guy like hella months ago, and I was like, where's mine? You know? But yeah, dude. So let's do some comparisons. And here is our first comparison. We got him against Marvel Legends Kingpin on the left and Colossus on the right, man. That Colossus took me a while to stand up. I was getting really frustrated. Anyway, that's a side point. But yeah, I wanted to bring out some big action figures, some big boss looking figures, especially the Kingpin, and to compare it right next to Sagat, you know, or Sagat, you know. So yeah, man, it's he stands pretty fresh against the mob boss right there on the left in Colossus, you know. I think he'd give Colossus a run for his money until Colossus turns into steel, you know, and he just breaks his hand. But, you know, it's dope. All right, let's do another one. And here we have Sagat next to Apocalypse Marvel Legends. I think that's like the 80th anniversary one, retro packaging action figure. And then we got him next to Mafex Bane, man. I just got done reading that comic book where he breaks Batman's back. Shit was dope. Shit was great. It was better than I expected. What he does after he breaks his back is my favorite part. Anyway, yeah, look at him. Look at him. Dope, dope, dope. And here we got him against the boss M. Bison on the right. And we got him here against the mad villain, Dr. Doom, man. That's from Toy Biz too. I always liked that Doom. The other day it fell off the shelf and I had to put his leg back together and I was successful. But yeah, that Doom's still dope. I think I have a review for that one. Way deep down in the channel. It's like one of the very first episodes. But yeah, look at that. Look at the height comparison, the height difference and stuff. So pretty dope. So my final thoughts, I really think Sagat is pretty dope, man. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but like I said before, I don't think it's necessary, man. For this kind of action figure, I think its presence alone, the way it's made, the texture, the pinless joints, the articulation, how it looks, man. Did I say presence? You know, it's just amazing. I love it, man. You know, I think toys has come a long way, you know, and it's getting to a point where I think even the most basic action figure can look like a very prestige action figure, you know. So nice price point, a lot, like I said, great articulation, you know, a bang for your buck, man. If you really want to get all the Jada Toys Street Fighter action figures, you know, I would definitely start off with Jada Toys, you know, because I'm not a really big fan of Street Fighter, but you know, growing up, I remember playing the game a lot, you know, and you would see them pop up with X-Men versus Capcom, you know, you would see them regularly. So when I have the action figure in my hand, I'm like, all right, dope, you know, it reminds me of that. So I don't think I'm gonna get super deep into Street Fighter, but you know, it's nice to have a new line of action figures that I could on my shelf that I look at. I'm like, oh, those are dope, you know. And the fact that I can't wait to complete the set is pretty tight, you know. And the way Jada Toys have been doing it, like I said, I've never seen a company put out all the action figures out at first, you know, all of them, and then slowly release them, you know. In my mind, I'm like, why don't you just release them all right now so we can have them? But yeah. Anyway, if you guys like what you see here, you know, I say go get it. And if you like this review, go ahead, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, say what's up. Let me know what Jada Toys action figures do you have, Street Fighter figures you have. Do you prefer these over the Storm Collectibles? Do you prefer the new, I think it's not SH Figure Arts, but I forget, they're doing the Alpha 3 Street Fighter action figures. Would you prefer those instead? But yeah. And what do you think about Jada Toys, man? Jada Toys is dope. Like if they, I know they're gonna do the Invincible line, which is pretty sick, you know. So they got that big dude who was in the third season I think they casted Negan to do the voice acting for it. I'm pretty happy for that action figure. So, and yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.
I got hella action figures. Damn right. The collection keeps getting bigger. Hell yeah. Man, will it ever stop? Hell no. I don't know, look what I bought. New stuff. Brand new exclusives. Comic-Con, watch you do it. I buy them when they're on sale. Oh hell, that's the lie I tell. Gotta have all the Marvel Legends. All of them. Why is Deadpool so expensive? $220. Got a 0 interest credit card. Yeah. My family should be alarmed. Oh yes, CFA at its gots, Montoys, collectors, Haven gots, Montoys, Crush Comics gots, Montoys. What are Montoys? My toys. CFA at its gots, Montoys, collectors, Haven gots, Montoys, Crush Comics gots, Montoys. What are Montoys? My